Hey guys, Silentstrike here, and today I'm going to be starting a new series on a game called Game Dev Tycoon. I have played this game before, but I thought it would be fun to make a video on it. In this game, you're basically running a you're basically developing games and making money off of it. It's quite a fun game to play. So to start off with, I'm not going to be doing the tutorials because I know what to do, but I need to think of a company name. I'm just going to use my username. So I'm going to get rid of the top save slot. Wow, my tongue's not working today. Congratulations, you've just started your very own game development company. At the moment, your office is in your garage, and you are the only employee. But don't worry, many successful businesses have started out this way. Let's start developing your first game. Close this message, and then click anywhere on the screen to bring up the tutorial, or to bring up the action menu. I'm sure I skipped the tutorial, but, just go with whatever it says. So you just left-click to open the menu, and then the first thing that pops up is design a new game, or something along those lines. Before development can begin, you have to decide on what kind of game you want to create and give your game a name. You can also select which graphic technology your game should use. Your options are initially limited, but once you have a bit of experience, you'll be able to unlock new options. So what do I want to call the game? First, let me decide on a topic. I think I'll go for a military game. Let's make an action military game for PC. What should we call it? I suck at names, so forest shooter. And if it says it's going to cost me 10,000, I can see up in the corner I've got 70,000. So that shouldn't be a problem. I click next. Text-based or 2D graphics? I'll go with 2D graphics. So it bumps it up to 15k. Now my guy's going to slowly start working on it. Game development runs through 3 stages. At the beginning of each stage, you can decide which areas of the game you want to focus on. Picking the right focus for your game greatly increases the points you generate. Think about what areas are important for your game and decrease the focus on areas you think are less important. If you want to read a brief description of the different areas, please refer to the help menu. Okay. So let me see. It's a shooting game, so I imagine the engine and gameplay would be much more than the quests and the storyline. That should be fine. So now he starts working on it. You can see the progress at the top. Game development has now started. Okay. While developing your game, you'll generate game points, which you can see bubbling up. Game points are divided into design points and technology points. The more points you generate, the better the game will be. From time to time, there will also be bug points generated. These points become less likely once you gain experience. Bugs need to be fixed before the game can be released and increase development time and cost. So as you can see, it's slowly starting to bubble up and go towards the top. There are 3 stages, like I said earlier. So for shooting game, artificial intelligence is important, and then probably level design afterwards. I might be wrong, but it's worth it. During development, you can also select additional features for your game. Right now, you can only pick basic sounds, but your options will increase quickly. Select additional features make the game generally better, but also increases the cost. You can also see the graphic type you selected when you define the game. This is just to remind you of your choice. You cannot change the type of graphics mid-game. So if you click on basic sounds and it goes blue, you see it will increase the cost by 5,000. But in a shooting game or action game, you do kind of need sound. So I'll focus on graphics on this one. As you can see, it costs money for each stage, and overall in general, after every month you have to pay money. You can see the dates at the top right of the screen. the development of your first game is now complete. You can press the finish button to publish the game, but you should only do that once you fix majority of the bugs. So you click OK. Releasing a game without fixing bugs can severely affect your ratings, so to only ever consider that if you need the cash and can't afford to wait. I can't think of one time I've actually ever done that, so generally just wait for the bugs to get removed. Finish. The development of your game is now finished. While developing games, you can experience and improve skills. When development is completed, you will be presented with a summary of the experience gained. If you click, it makes it go quicker. So all in all, I did gain quite a bit of experience in all the fields, but you can see the areas I focused on. I focused on engine, I focused on AI, and yeah. I didn't focus on sound, so I gained less experience, and I didn't focus on dialogue, so I got less experience. Your game is now complete and will be handed off to publishing. We should soon see the reviews. The first couple of games are going to be rubbish, but you know. You finish your first game. While you develop the game, you also gain research points. You can use these points to unlock new options for future games. To bring up the research menu, close this message and then click anywhere on the screen. So, click research. Research is important to unlock new options and make better games. You should try to save enough research points to be able to create your own game engines. This will greatly improve your games. Okay. Hint. Try to develop games with slightly different topics and genre combinations for a slight research boost. Okay. So what do I want to research? I want to do a new custom game engine, but it says 50 research points. You can see your research points here. I do not have that, so I'll wait. The first reviews for a new game, for a newly released game, Forest Shooter, came in. Wow, for the first game, 6 is actually incredibly good. I might actually get some money off this. Okay, so now it's just telling me that I am starting to sell games. In the top right, you can see the amount of units sold and how much money you're getting from it. Wow, 5,000 units sold in the first week. That's pretty good for a first game specifically. So we got 39,000 from sales. Now that your game is on sale, you receive the income from the game every week. You can see how well your game is doing by looking at the sales graph on the top right of the screen. Yeah. Forest Shooter was so successful that we now have 24 fans. It's not great, but I'm not going to argue. Okay. So now that's going to slowly start going up. So I may as well start making a new game. Which this time I will make a space adventure for the PC again. If I go to the G64, the development cost is quite a lot more. So I generally stick with the PC. So I have no idea what to call this. Space Explorers. Again, I'll do it with 2D graphics. Forest Shooter has achieved a company sales record with over 10,000 units sold. This is an important milestone in the history of Silent Strike Incorporated. Okay, so if this is an adventure game, story and quests are important, and then probably gameplay. And then dialogues and level design. Later on, you actually get to move to a different place and can hire tons of people to help you. But until then, so I'll just balance this side. So now wait for the bugs to finish. We've already got 100,000 so far in cash. And never mind. Okay, so finish. Wow, we managed to get 17. Yeah, no, that's not so good. Anyway, generally you should try avoid selling the same types and genres of games over and over again. If I had to make another space adventure, the ratings are going to get lower and lower every time. So you must always throw in some variation. So now my game stopped selling because it is only on sale for a certain amount of time. Yeah, I suppose we can't have everything that good. One thing I love about this game though is they've changed all the names just slightly, so you know what they are, but they're not copywriting. Contract work. Hi there, I've just finished Space Explorers and I think you have potential. I'm in the contracting business and we could use your skills like yours. If you're ever short on cash, just let me know and I'll see if I have some work for you. Jason. Contracts have now been unlocked. To see available contracts, close this message and click anywhere on the screen to bring it up. Okay, so now I can do contracts. Contracts are a useful tool to earn some extra cash when your balance is low, and can also be useful to generate a small number of research points. Contracts require you to generate a certain amount of design and technology points, which is these two blocks, before the time runs out. Decide carefully on what contracts you accept. If you miss the deadline for a contract, we have to pay a penalty. Okay, so 5 weeks to do that. That'll be fine. You can see the weeks in the corner here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the next week comes. So now I've completed it and I've got 15,000. Jason, yeah, I just got word from the client that the contract was completed successfully. Excellent work. Usually I will have new contracts every 6 months. So now I'm going to do one more contract to try and get the last 5 research points. Recent market study suggests that the G64 is steadily outselling competitors in the PC sector. Experts say that this might spell the end of competing hardware manufacturers. Yeah, sorry if I'm not sounding that good. I've been quite sick for a while now, but I still have to make videos, so I'm not going to stop making videos. So now, let's do one more contract work. So it's my last one. It's going to be quite difficult to do, because it's got a lot of technology points. I'm probably not actually going to make the deadline, but I'm just hoping I can get some research points, so 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was cutting it close. So now I managed to generate 27,000. That's pretty good. So I made another 16,000. So now I'm 1 research point away. So I may as well just actually make a new game. This time it'll be a medieval RPG game. I'll name it Swords and Shields. Why not? It'll be a 2D graphics again. So let me see. This is a role-playing game or RPG. So I'll focus on engine and storyline or quests. Same thing. According to rumors, the Japanese company Nintendo is planning to launch its very own gaming console. Nintendo is known for the widely successful arcade game Dinky King. You can see how they're ripping off the companies. I think it's quite funny. Many industry experts doubt that home gaming consoles will take off, but we are eager to see what Nintendo will. Yeah. Okay, so dialogue, artificial intelligence, and level design will probably be dialogue. Oh yeah, occasionally when he scratches his head, he stops doing everything. It seems a bit weird considering he can scratch his head for over a week, but it makes sense. You can't design 24/7. Okay, so world design, I think sound can go a little bit less. Graphics and world design are important. You must always try and experiment, see what works out. So I'll put a link in the description on how to actually get this game. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. So I'll do that just now. See, I got 1.4 bonus or 1.6 bonus for doing new topics and new combos. So I leveled up on quite a lot of stuff. Except the two things I wasn't focused on. Okay, so that's released. I've now got enough research points, so I say research, custom game engine. It takes me down to 21. Okay, today Nintendo has confirmed the recent rumors and announced their plans to release a new home gaming console called TES early next year. The console features cartridge-based games and a uniquely designed controller. The first reviews for a game came in. This isn't going to... not bad. 4. Can't argue with that. 6. It's pretty good. 6. So this one's going to be about 5. 4. Can't argue. So it's an average of 5. So that's going to generate quite a bit of sales. Generally, quite early on, you have to try and get as much fans and as much money as you can, until you can eventually hit that one game that will make lots of money, and then you can proceed to the next place, where you can hire some people to help you. So I've now researched custom game engines, so now I can now create custom game engines. So create custom game engine. This is where it costs a ton to make. If I use all the stuff we've researched so far, it'll be 120,000. I've only got 124,000, so I think I'll hold off that for a while. Let's see if there's anything else I can research. Only new topics, so I think I'll wait a bit. Because later on you can research improvements, like better sound, better gaming, better graphics, that sort of thing. So I'll go and develop a new game. This time I'll do it sports, simulation. I'll do it on the G64. This time I'll name it... I'll name it Fita, ripping off FIFA. Just for the fun of it. No copyright intended, it's just having a bit of fun. So let me see, what's important here? It'll be engine, then gameplay, and basically not so much storyline quests. As you can see, it focuses on engines and gameplay, and then just a short bit on quests, or stories and quests. So level design, not so much. AI is very important. Dialogues, I suppose. See, he's scratching his head and a week goes by. Okay, so not so much world design. Graphics are important. Sound second most. Hi, I'm Caroline Richards from the local news. I've heard rumors that you're already working on the next game and would love to do an interview about it. Okay. Great, thanks for the time. That was a quick interview. The interview should be published soon. What is it gonna say? ... Silent Strike Incorporated, a local startup, is trying to make it big in the gaming industry. The company has already published 3 games and is working hard on the next. In the interview, founder Silent said that the next game is going to be a sports simulation, something the company has not done before. It's great to see small local companies entering exciting new industries. All the best luck. Okay, some other game went off the market. Developing a game is not only the recipe for success, it is essential to build hype to ensure that people are excited about your next game. In the beginning of your career, hype is mostly generated through random events, but once you gain more experience, you can use marketing and other strategies. So I'll click finish. You can see your hype over here. Hype 5, not much, but it was just generated from that interview. So I finally leveled up there, and I finally leveled up my person. So I'll click release. Today the new game platform TES by Nintendo has been released. Okay, new research available, gamepad. So straight off the bat, research, gamepad. 10,000 RP and 20,000 credits. So that's quite expensive. The first reviews for our game came in. Ooh, this is going to be a good game. 8. Oh, that's actually very good. See, the focus on graphics serve this game very well. So you must always just, play around and find what stuff is good. For example, if I went dialogue instead of graphics, it probably would have been a 4 or something. So that's probably going to make quite a lot of money. Wow, 50,000 right off the bat. That's very good. So I've researched Gamepad. You've just researched your first engine part. To be able to use this in the games, you need to create a new engine which includes this part. That's what I was talking about making an engine. So, let me research fantasy. Just so I can start a new genre of game. 200,000 credits already. So that's pretty good. It's increasing steadily. So now I'm going to develop one more game. Fantasy adventure. This time I'll do it for a year. To be allowed to develop 1 year. Firstly, there's the development cost, that's per game, but you need to buy a license for each machine. The first 2 are free, but it's going to cost them 80,000 to buy that. So I'll do that. Final, not so final fantasy. Just for the fun of it. Storyline and quests, and yeah, I'll put gameplay a little bit lower. So I think this is going to be the last game I'm going to design for this episode because my throat is starting to hurt a lot. So I need to go get something, a strepsil. Wow. Okay, so dialogues, level design, or AI. I'll just leave them all high. World design, graphics, and sound. Again, I'll just split it evenly. So I managed to generate 200,000 in sales. That's pretty good for a game. I only wish I knew what these credits were in. Dollars, rands, pounds, what. Again, 1.6 experience bonus because, you're doing different topics. Let me just do one last research. It's only topics, so I'll wait a bit. This is not going to go well. Okay, 5's not bad. 5, 4, so now I need a 6. 4.5. It's not great, but not bad. Okay, so that's going to be all for this episode. Check the description if you want to find out how to get this game. I'll put the next part up as soon as I can. Cheers.